If you enjoy the Low Scale Gaming podcast, please leave us a like, review, and subscribe. Any feedback is welcomed, and I hope you enjoy the show. Hello, and welcome back to the Low Scale Gaming podcast. I'm your host, Fantasy, and as always, I'm joined by Conan Jones. Conan, how you doing today?
Dude, I'm actually having a really good day. Like, I feel good. I got to sleep in. It feels good. Like, I was listening back to the last week's recording while I was out running errands today, and I was just like, I always am like super negative whenever we start these off, because it's always
Why are you negative?
just like, oh, work's been crappy, blah blah, all that sort of stuff.
Oh, like you're negative yourself. Okay.
Yeah, negative about how everything's going, and I was just like, this week is positive. This is a good. This was
because you were on vacation the whole
exactly.
week. And...
I didn't have to go to work, so it was a good week. But how are you?
Well, tell me first about your vacation and stuff.
It was a good time. It is a long old way down there. There is not a good way to get over there. We had to take the dog to my parents' house for them to watch him. So we dropped him. We got there Monday afternoon, and then we got the shirts for Low Scale Vacation
Low
done.
Scale Vacation.
So I've got those sitting here next to me, and we're good to go with those.
Nice.
We took off Tuesday morning. I don't even remember what time we actually left, but then we couldn't check in until 4. I think we got there about 5:30. I think we left around 10, if I remember correct.
Jesus Christ. That's like a longer drive than it's going to be driving down to Dallas and stuff. And...
Yeah, I mean, from Oklahoma City to Dallas is only like 3 hours, three and some change. Like,
yeah, it's pretty quick.
But then it's another 5 to San Antonio, so.
Which is like, man, Texas is so like,
it's big,
cute. Like, I hate like, it's huge, man. Like, it's just, and there's nothing there, but like, just like, it's like driving through Kansas, man. There's there's just nothing to look at, and then just suddenly town.
Yeah,
it
definitely depends where you are,
like God forbid if you drive through the Panhandle, man, because then you don't even have phone service then because it's so just like awful.
I understand that completely.
Like you got because
that's where my wife is from, but
that's where you used to live at too. I forgot about that for a minute.
Yeah, that is true. We used to live there.
Whenever you were on exile.
Yeah, granted, U.S. Cellular doesn't have service anywhere, much less in places where there's not really any service to be had anyway. But so yeah, whenever we left, we went through Texas to get there, just because from my parents' house to Broken Bow it's all just back road, country bumpkin, little small podunk towns. And I was just like, I just want to be on the highway, on the interstate. Just let me set my cruise and go. I don't want to stop for all these little towns. So it was like 20 minutes longer than it was going back roads, but it felt so much quicker because we went back roads coming home, because we were supposed to be meeting my parents in Lawton to pick the dog up, but they got...
Oh yeah, that didn't work.
Yeah, they got their days mixed up and thought we were coming back on Friday and not on Thursday. And they're just like, oh, we're not going to make it. Like, it's in the middle of a workday, which, I mean, makes sense. I'm not salty about it. It was just like, I told you multiple times and you said this would be fine. And now that it's here and it's happening, you don't.
No, I would have been salty about it. I'd have been salty. I would have thrown a fit. I'd been.
Well. And I'm just like, I know they can't get out like that just randomly, so.
Yeah.
But.
Well, you're more understanding than I am. But you also have parents, so that makes sense.
This is fair also. But no, it was nice. Like there's not a whole lot out there. It's a weird mix of just country bumpkin town with the guy that did our distillery tour said it. He's anticipating it to turn into a Branson, Missouri kind of place.
Sorry.
Are you okay?
In like Podunk, Broken Bow, Oklahoma, like come on now. Is he really like thinking it's gonna be like Branson, Missouri?
Well, I mean, when you think about it, like what was Branson before it became Branson?
It's like
Just
old people haven.
exactly. It's just Podunk on the lake that they've just built all this stuff up on. But we did a distillery tour where they made vodka and bourbon and stuff like that. And the guy that did our tour was really cool. And he's just like, this is just what it's going to turn out being just because of all of the people that are coming up here to the lake to stay in the cabins, all this sort of stuff. But then the Choctaw Nation is also building a brand new casino that's supposed to be pretty big.
Okay. That now that makes sense.
Because I guess go ahead.
Because gambling brings people in. Like
Yeah,
I don't know what it is, but man, gambling brings people in.
so I guess they had just bought the land, and they had surveyors out while we were there, and he was just like, yeah, they bought everything that has the little orange tape around it, and are just trying to get all of that figured out. But I guess all the real estate prices up there are just so ridiculous that nobody can get land, and whatever is out there is already owned by a timber company. So it's a different world out there, man. Like, but
I don't know nothing about it. That's because it's Southeast Oklahoma.
yeah,
Yeah.
the
Only thing I know about Southeast Oklahoma is that big old casino in I'm not driving from when I'm coming back, I'm stopping there probably.
at Thackerville.
Yeah, Thackerville, the Windstar.
Yeah.
Oh, but I got my brother. Never mind.
I've never actually stopped.
I can't pull my dad and just leave him in the car while I go in the casino. Especially as I'm about to become a DHS worker.
Yeah.
So like that might be, and I'm going on vacation with two DHS workers that I might get in trouble there.
Fair enough.
But usually I do stop there, even if it's just to go play like cards for a little bit. Like,
Yeah, I've never been in there myself, but
really nice. It's like I think it's like the second largest casino in the world. I think. Cause you think of like casinos, you think of like Las Vegas. Like Las Vegas is like one big old casino, but like it's really just like a bunch of like small ones all put together, like a shopping mall of casinos kind of thing.
Vegas
Whereas
is?
like
Yeah, okay.
yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, but whereas like Windstar is just like a big old huge one. I forgot what tribes it's owned by. I think it's the Chickasaw, I think.
I'll look it up.
I don't remember exactly. It might be Choctaw. I'm not sure. But it's one of those southeast ones that I'm not too familiar with.
Chickasaw Nation.
Oh, I was right. Chickasaw. I was right. The New Cherokee.
Thackerville. Windstar World Casino and Resort. American Tribal Casino. Man, so funny story with that too. We were on our way in, like I said, we went through Texas and came up, and as soon as we crossed the little crappy bridge into Oklahoma, there was a little travel stop casino just sitting right inside the border.
Hell yeah, brother.
I'm just like, this little podunk road, there's nothing out here. It's just logging trees and that's it. And then boom, little casino. Like,
And bet that place was like filled up too, probably.
It was pretty full. They were busy.
Yeah. Yep.
But
I knew it. I knew it. Gambling brings people in.
it,
It's a sin. Everyone wants to go sin. It's fine.
if you don't sin, Jesus died for nothing.
See? Jesus Christ. I don't think you can say things like that.
Is that too much?
That might be too much. Jesus. But all right. Man, my fellas. Oh wait, I didn't even get to that. You've been talking this whole time.
Sorry.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into our fails of the week. Conan Jones, what is your fail of the week?
So while we were out there, we were super excited because we were getting to like make a campfire and have s'mores and all this, this stupid campfire stuff that everybody's always excited for.
A MPFR SNG song.
Yeah, SpongeBob. So get out there, and part of their package whenever you book a room is that you can pay them to have firewood set out for you so that way you don't have to stop and buy it and all this sort of stuff. And the last time I went camping was whenever we went as a fraternity to Fort Cobb like 8 years ago. So I was like, I don't even really know how much firewood costs. I've never bought it before. I don't want to mess with it. I don't have an axe or a hatchet or anything like that. So we paid for the wood to be out there. It was $50 for a quarter of a rick, which I was like, I don't know how much a rick is and how much would that even, I don't know. Had to look it up. And
you spent $50 on firewood?
So that was the cheapest option. And I'm just like, okay, a quarter of a rick, like we're going to just have this fire burning the entire time we're there. So we get there and it's a decent sized little stack. Like it would have lasted the entire trip for sure if it hadn't have rained for 3 weeks before we got there. And everything was just soaking soggy, wet wood. Yeah. So like, I tried my hardest to get this wood and this fire started, and I failed, and I was pissed off. And
you bring the firewood with you? That's what I would have done.
We were going to, but we were in my wife's little car, and we don't have space in her car for anything. So
why'd you take her little car and not yours? Is it better on gas?
Hers is a little better on mileage, and she has that Sirius XM radio, so that was actually really nice that we had radio and music the whole way. That wasn't depending on cell service.
That should be our next venue, is trying to get on Sirius XM radio.
To the 5 people who still pay for it. So my wife.
I remember when that was like the biggest thing out there.
Oh yeah, that was the thing. And now it's just like, this is stupid.
Now everybody just does podcasts.
Yeah. The cell service has caught up to where it's not really needed. Like
it's satellite radio, right?
Yeah.
That's what it is. Okay.
Yeah, but so some of my fails that I tried my hardest to get that wood and going on that fire started, and I just was not successful. I went through almost a full bottle of lighter fluid just trying to burn the water out of it just to see if it could light at all, and it not even a little bit. So I was pissed off with that for sure. But
I'd have been mad too.
Then I sent you that picture of me trying to do it, and you're like, "Well, it just rained," and I was like, "Shut the hell up!"
Now I figured that probably would have made you even mad.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm about to just turn my phone off. He's not about to hear from me for the rest of the week.
Okay. All right. Well, my fail this week is. So let's see. We recorded last week on, what was it? Friday, right? So then Saturday, told y'all I was going to the graves and cleaning up the graves and everything. Did all that, that was fine. We got it all taken care of. It was all good. It looked pretty good. Took pictures of it. It looked good. Okay, so we go to this place called Jake's Ribs in Chickasha. Pretty good barbecue place. Like, I don't know if you've been there before, but pretty good barbecue place. Like, I really like it.
Sponsored by
Get
Jake's
hot
Jake's Ribs.
Yeah.
That would be awesome if they would sponsor us. By the way, cough cough.
Oh, dude, if we got like, it was just like, hey,
You don't even have to give us money. Just give us a punch card, and we just go get some
yeah,
barbecue and be done.
I'd be all about that. That sounds good. But as we're getting ready to go, my brother was like messing around with my phone and stuff, and he dropped it on the ground. So I was already mad about that. And then when he went to go pick it up, he like kicked his chair back, and like I guess it like the back hind legs came up, and then he slammed the back hind legs on the screen of my phone.
Mm-hmm.
So my screen just shattered. Wait. So I had to buy a new phone, and I got to the point I was like, I paid for this stupid insurance thing with them. It's like $15 a month to pay for insurance to like like if something like this happens, they'll pay for it and get it fixed or whatever.
Yeah.
Come to find out, it's only like they only fix screens up to like $15. What screen is $15 to fix?
That's so stupid.
And so they were just like, it'd probably be cheaper for you to just buy a new phone instead of doing all this. And I was like, whatever. I know what you're trying to do, but I'm not in the mood to argue. So bought a new phone. Yay. $300. Yay. I was never mad at my brother, though. Like, I mean, I was pissed that it happened, but it was one of those things that, like, is an accident.
Yeah.
Never mind, I'm not gonna say that. Anyways, I made a reference to something else to see what would happen if he would have broke somebody else's phone and what they would have done, and then he answered it exactly how I thought he would. I hope you could pick up what I'm putting down. But anyways,
about what you would have done or that other person would have done.
The other person would have done.
Oh yeah, gotcha.
But then we just I got the phone, instantly canceled that. Sorry. Instantly canceled that insurance thing.
Oh yeah,
That was
absolutely.
the stupidest thing I've ever heard of in my damn life was that insurance thing.
So like, what is it that even supposed to actually cover? Like
Exactly. Like, looking back on it, I don't think it's supposed to cover a damn thing. It's just there to make me mad, I think.
extra money for you to spend on stuff that's not actually going to help you at all, and just line their pockets even more.
Yep. That's what it was. But I got home, instantly canceled it.
Oh yeah, that's ridiculous.
So stupid, man.
Because you're with Verizon?
Yes, I'm with Verizon.
Okay.
And Verizon's been pretty good to me up until then.
When they crap on you real hard.
Yeah, they're ain't no good.
That's
But
really
yeah, that's
dumb.
my fail of the week.
I guess at least you were able to get a new one, I guess. Did they at least give you like a discount for a new one?
No, I had to like trade in my phone. They was like, well, it's half off because it's broken. So I was just like, you mother. And then so, yeah. Dude, phone companies, man, they're snakes.
They never mind. I was gonna make another comment, but I won't.
That's snakes. But all right, man.
That's ridiculous.
That's $300 down the hole with this. But whatever. I did tell my brother I took it out of his savings. So,
Play stupid
and
games, win stupid prizes.
and I really did. So I don't like the $300 would hurt his savings after how much he's got in there. So it's not like it's
We'll just kind of leave
any
that there.
anyway. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and move on to topic one. Dumb stories from college. I had this story I was gonna tell all week about about my childhood thing, and I just for the life of me cannot remember what it was going to be. Do you have a dumb story from college with you and your brother?
um, I have one. They still bring up this randomly. So, like, growing up, me and my brother would fight all the effing time. And, oh, this actually came up this weekend, too. So I've got two.
Nice.
So we would fight all the time, and we were pretty much latchkey kids while they were always at work. So I remember we would get into fights, and mom would have to like fly home to break up a fight so that one of us didn't hurt the other one, or whatever the case was actually going on.
All right.
There was one time that, well, whenever we would always get into a fight, he would always run to my parents' bathroom because it was the only door in the house that locked, that you could go in and lock it behind you. So that's all.
Because every other one's you just
Yeah, you just open the door, force it open. Like, he would have to physically try to keep me out, or vice versa, or whatever it was. So that was always his go-to. So there was one time we were, getting into it, and that's where he took off going to. And by that point, we both knew that was the play. So I'm chasing off after him, and while running through the house and through my parents' room, accidentally slip on some sort of like little like silk something or other, like just some sort of like nightgown that my mom had, or I don't know, it was on the floor, just like dirty laundry essentially.
right.
But as I slipped on it, I then went full force into the door and like splintered the door frame, like where the latch, catches on the inside of the door frame, and
Yeah.
just splintered it. And like, was an accident on my part. Like, if I would have kicked down or just went through it to just beat the crap out of him, we're in a different boat. Like, at the time, I probably would have not fessed up to it, but this was like 20 years ago now. Like, I'm in the clear and will fess up to it, but like, I slipped on the dang silky shirt or whatever it was, and they still do not believe me. They're just like, no, you just Hulk raged and smashed the door down. I'm just like, that's not even remotely close to what happened, but whatever, it's not worth the
Wait,
fight.
they don't believe you for it? Wait, can your brother not sit there and back you up on it?
No, he thought I just came like Hulk smashed through the door. Because he was already in the door with it shut.
Oh, yeah, that makes okay.
So,
Man, that
yeah, so that's...
I can see it though, because I know how you get when you get like that bad. So I can see it, but I believe you.
Yeah, it's one of those things, like, in the moment, like, I understand why they think that and why they thought that, but I'm also just like, I'm almost 30 now. Like,
Oh man.
what do I have to gain by continuing to lie about that? Like, you know what I mean?
Right, I got you.
I don't know. Okay, I've got, I guess, another little one.
Tell me another one.
I don't remember what brought this up this past weekend. What did bring this up? We're talking about me being oblivious to stuff. I don't know. Anyway, so my brother and he had a couple neighborhood friends. They were out playing around in the backyard. I was inside on the computer playing like Roller Coaster Tycoon or something like that.
Because you're antisocial, kid.
Because I'm antisocial, I didn't have any friends in my neighborhood, so I'm just like I'm staying inside. His friends were annoying, so I'm just like they were 2 or 3 grades below me, so I'm just like I'm not hanging out with you guys. Y'all do your thing. I'm stay away from me. So I'm inside, and I'm just kind of hanging out, and I kind of hear this banging sound, and it sounds like they're in the backyard, like throwing like a basketball or something up onto the roof and just having it roll down off the roof and catching it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Which we had a basketball goal in the front yard, so I mean it's not something that was totally out of the norm. So I don't think anything of it. Don't get up. Like, I'm just playing my game. So here, little while later, mom and dad come flying through the front door saying like, "What are you doing?" Playing my game. Do you have any idea what's going on? Playing my game? She said, "Come outside right now." So my brother and all of his friends are like lined up along the house with like 8 police cars and squad cars and police guys outside.
Oh my God.
Somebody had called in that there were shots fired at our house, and all of the police department responded in force. So then when they arrived, my brother's friend was on the side of the house peeing facing the road. So
Oh my God.
at this point they were probably maybe like 6 or 7. So
Yeah.
not super, but kind of old enough to know better. So the police have the shots fired response. So that's what they're coming into this as. So they're coming out guns drawn trying to figure out what the heck's going on. And this little 6-year-old kid is just standing there with his, his member hanging out.
With his business.
With his business all out. And apparently, like, this kid and his family lived with, like, pretty close to a school. So they gave him the whole rigmarole of having to certify as a sex offender. And, like, his whole family would have to move because they couldn't live that close to the school. And just, like...
A 6-year-old?
So it was kind of one of those deals where it was more of a scare tactic and weren't actually going to make him do any of that.
Yeah, I know, but
yeah, I'm still with you. I'm just like, you ain't got nothing better to do, man. Like, but that's Altus's finest.
Yeah.
So come to find out, like, all of this had happened. They were putting M80s into a Folgers can that had water in it and were just blowing up firecrackers. The old neighbor lady thought they were shooting a pistol into the air, shooting stuff. So she called 911. And this whole time, I didn't think anything of it. I'm just sitting inside the house. And, I don't care. They're not bothering me. Why do I care? So that was...
Did you get in trouble because you weren't watching your brother?
I wasn't really even supposed to be watching them. Like, we were to that age where we were old enough to kind of watch ourselves. Like, to some degree. Because I mean, my brother. He's always kind of been the way he is. And he's not going to do something he doesn't want to do, regardless of what anybody says. So it's just like, there's, at some point, as long as everybody's still breathing at the end of the day, we'll call it a win and move on. So, and I'm not sure why that got brought up this past weekend while I was at home, but it had something to do with me not like being oblivious to stuff going. I think we were talking about my work, and they were kind of worried with my job and my mental health and all that sort of stuff, and if it makes me see the world differently with all of the stuff I see. And I think that's where...
Why? Because you see how stupid people are, and stupid people have kids, and you have to take care of it.
Essentially. And I think that's how that kind of spun off from that. So it was just kind of one of those things where I'm just like, I don't really know. I was actually, dang it, I was supposed to set up that counseling stuff today and I didn't because it was my day off whenever other people have to go to work.
Mhm.
And I forgot.
I
But
still haven't figured out how to get that paperwork to get done, and I have to like do it by tomorrow. So I'm gonna work on that tonight, actually.
um,
If I can't figure it out by the time you get back from your, can you help me with it?
yeah, I can do that. Um, so we might take a little break real quick. Um, your boy needs to run to the
Okay.
potty real fast.
All right.
So we will time warp.
Phew. All right. Let's go ahead. Now that we've time warped, let's go ahead and jump into our topic 2 for the day. Just breaking today. The pro esports team, Team Solo Bid, my favorite team, signed a deal with a Hong Kong based FTX exchange. I don't even know what FTX stands for.
It's pretty much like a crypto. It's a
But it's,
cryptocurrency bank.
yeah, it's cryptocurrency, but they signed it for $210 million to just change its name. Not even like ownership or like anything like that, but just straight up just to add the FTX to their name. And I'll tell you, it's like one of the biggest things I would never expect to happen to esports, that it would get a big corporate deal like this on par with uh
Like a real sports team kind
like
of
a real
thing.
sport, yeah, like a real sports team thing. Like I would, if you would have told me that even 3 years ago, I wouldn't have believed you. Like that's crazy. And but man, they made a it's they'll get paid $21 million a year, or 21 million per year, and it's like 2.10 million over 10 years. And it's not even uh it's not even like a established one. It's like, for what it says, it's an up and coming Hong Kong based cryptocurrency. That's
They're just expecting that currency to be the next big thing, I guess.
I guess so. I don't know anything about cryptocurrency. Conan, what do you know about
God dang it.
cryptocurrency?
Why did I know that? Okay, so it's essentially just like,
We need to phone a friend because I think Mage has explained this to us before, but I'm pretty sure it just went in one ear and out the other with me.
I mean, that was kind of just how it went with you two most of the time. The so crypto are like, it's essentially just fake internet money that's just being backed by lots of different people and banks and all of that. So from what I understand, like the big Bitcoins and stuff we have now and Dogecoin, how it kind of blew up was mainly because Tesla was accepting Dogecoin as payment for a car. So you could pay for this new car with Dogecoin. So then, since it had actual value and you could buy stuff with it, it's kind of just being treated the same as real money. But it's just kind of a weird deal also, in that not you can't go to 7-Eleven and buy a Coke with Dogecoin. Like it just doesn't work. So
Imagine
then
if you could do that. Like,
I'm sure we're headed to that dystopia. But I mean, but I think from what I understand, that these companies like this FTX are just a bank that kind of transfer your cryptocurrency to legitimate normal money, I'll say, from
hey,
what I can tell. Does Is that a little bit more clear,
that's
maybe?
a little bit, yeah. Should we be investing in this cryptocurrency stuff then? I don't even know how to like get invested in this stuff.
I understand less about investing than I do with all of that. Like, while the
Okay.
answer to that probably is yes, we should probably all be investing in it to make it happen faster, as opposed to just investing in it to be making money, is kind of a different thing to me. Like, I don't think anybody's making any money with it anymore.
Low
Like,
scale gaming to the moon.
that's taking it to the moon, boys.
To the moon. Low scale diamond hands. I don't know. I just that's the memes I know from it is that to the moon and diamond hands. I couldn't even tell you what diamond hands was.
Yeah, but say I don't know what that means. So, um, so yeah, with that, and then I don't. They've got the money to push around to then advertise by not buying out TSM, but essentially buying out TSM. Like,
They didn't, but they didn't buy them out.
they're just like, here's all this money, put our name in
Put
front of
my
your
name
name.
on there. Yeah. No, it's not. It's not even in front of it. It's behind it. It's TSM FTX.
Uh,
They basically paid 2 point. Look, ESPN. ESM's the most popular esports team out there, and they not just with League of Legends, but with anything in esports, TSM is there. You
yeah,
know, like, and they're the most, they're the closest to being a household name with legal or with esports than any other company there would be. And also, and the owner of it, his name's Andy. I forgot his last name. But he's the only like original esports owner from like 10 years ago that still owns his own company. Everybody else is sold out.
the Andy Den,
Yeah, Sandy Den. Yeah, or his League of Legends name was Reginald.
Reginald.
Yeah,
Huh. All right. Whatever
and we
works, I
called
guess.
him. Yep.
Just called him Reggie.
Reggie.
Not to be confused with Reggie Fils-Aimé.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, could you imagine making this much money off of playing video games?
So, like, that kind of just, my brain then transfers into what that means to the players as opposed to just TSM, the company. Like, because in the article that you shared, they made the comparison, it would be the same as if, like, the New England Patriots who play in Gillette Stadium were called the New England Patriots Gillettes. Like,
Yeah.
they just paid to put their name in their. Because the Michigan State had something like that a while back where they kind of had a meme like that.
What was it? I don't remember that.
It was essentially the same thing that they were going to change their name to the Michigan State Spartan somethings, and it was just like the brand for whatever this company was that had bought into their basketball stadium or baseball stadium, something like that. It was one of the teams, so it wasn't a school wide change. It was just for that particular team, but. I guess the way that it was originally put out. Now that I've said that, Michigan State
Yeah, I want to know.
name change basketball. Maybe it was basketball. A day after releasing a statement saying the famed men's basketball team will now be known throughout the Breslin Center as MSU Spartans presented by Rocket Mortgage. That would be their full name. The athletic department released a clarifying statement Friday that began with Michigan State is not renaming its men's basketball team. So, I guess with their... I don't want to be... No paywall. I'm not paying you. I'm not giving you money. Go away.
I'm not giving you money to read your stupid article.
Yeah. Uh, just reading real fast. So yeah, with their branding and partnership with Rocket Mortgage, who also own their stadium, that's how they wanted to be introduced per their contract with this company. So in their statement, it read like that's how they were totally rechanging their name to the MSU Spartans presented by Rocket Mortgage. But that's just
Can you
how it's.
imagine having to say that like every time? Every time an announcer was like, "Here comes the Spartans, presented by Power Rocket Mortgage." Like they have to say that like every time. Imagine you have to be a caster that does that because they have to do that in LCS and like in like League of Legends stuff whenever they're casting. Like there was this team. It was like something nine Vetachache or something, and like they had to say that every single time at World Championships. They couldn't just say F9 or something like that. They had to say the whole name to the point where it was so just annoying hearing this team's name.
Well, I
So
mean,
could
that's.
you imagine having to say that every time?
Oh yeah, it's stupid. But I mean, I think that's essentially what's happening with TSM, right?
Yeah, you have to say
TSM
there.
FTX or whatever it
Yeah,
is. Like
but see,
while
that's a little bit. That's a little bit
so they lucked out for
easier to roll
sure.
off the tongue. Yeah,
But I mean,
that's
it's also a slippery slope to then turn into TSM presented by Rocket Mortgage, or presented by Liberty Mutual, or Finn Global.
Oh man, now now you're speaking my language. And global, leading the world in. Ooh, I almost said it. I remembered it now. I remembered it there for a minute. Anyways,
But I mean, that's pretty much what that's heading to. So like, that's just setting a weird precedent for what companies can then request or make their contracts say. Like,
mm,
I don't know. It seems like a weird thing to kind of get behind.
I don't know. Like I'm okay with like. I mean, they're making the money, so I mean, it's not like it's a lot of money, dude. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
eh,
definitely from the business side of it, you can't fault them for doing it. Because I mean, at the end of the day, it is still a business. Like,
like I've never seen even like I would never. Yeah, we should be the Low Scale Gaming Podcast presented by Jake's Ribs.
yeah, 100% would sell out.
Dude, I'd sell out for like a meal voucher. All right, like I'm anybody that wants sponsorship because we get good listeners. Like I think last time I looked, we get like 70 to 80 listeners each podcast across all of
All the different
our
platforms and
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, so like unless it's just like I imagine some of those are robots that are just doing it just to kind of thing. But I know we have some good listeners out there. So I listeners, if you have something to promote, we will promote it and sell out for a meal voucher. Okay, you send us like a $10 Sonic card made out the Fantasy and not Conan Jones, and then and we will sell out in a heartbeat.
We are in business.
We are in business.
Jeez, I mean, that but the TSM thing, like I don't know. It's just a weird precedent for me personally.
Why? Because you don't like people making money?
Because it then just opens the door for all of it to just be advertisements. Like,
Yeah, but I mean that's a business though.
true. But it's
If we got an advertisement, dude, I'd be promoting that stuff everywhere. Like,
but those companies are already doing that, so it's just kind of one more thing. So I don't know. I kind of think to like the NBA jerseys. Have they started putting more logos on the jerseys?
yeah, like how the Lakers have like that Wish.com.
Yeah. And like the Thunder stuff always have like the Loves logo, but then
Love's logo was huge too.
yeah. And I know Love's, they pay a lot of money for that there, and they do a lot for the stadium, and it makes sense to a point, but then like on the same hand, it's also like when
Like NASCAR.
yeah,
It's
that
like
was
Ricky Bobby.
yeah.
It's like Ricky Bobby.
This
I
Wonder
saw
Bread
the
sticker.
Fig Newtons, man.
Oh, Fig Newtons, yeah.
I saw this Fig Newton is inconvenient, but I do love Fig Newtons.
Yes, exactly.
Like, I don't know. Like, if I could sell out, I would. Like,
For
even
sure.
if it was just like, hey, like you'll sell out and make the exact same money you make right now. Just promote my stuff on the podcast and do it like promote it on your Twitch. It's done. All right, instantly done. Like,
So then, if
no,
you would, okay, so in that same vein, if would you want to change the name of the podcast to Low Scale Gaming presented by Jake's Ribs? Jake's
yeah.
is Jake's plural? Jake.
I think it's possessive,
Yeah,
not
possessive, not plural.
plural.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh. Yeah, dude, I'd be all about that. I no, there's no shame about it at all. Like, I would straight up do that.
I don't know. For some reason, that part it just kind of rubs me weird.
You don't want to be presented by Jake's Ribs?
No, not like that. Just the idea. You know what I mean? No.
Yeah, I don't know, because the idea of selling out is what I'm about. I mean, selling out, making money, it still being me. Sign me up. That's what I mean. I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of weird comparing what we do to just like TSM or like the Lakers, established franchises that actually
Matter.
Yeah.
And just not and not ours just our little podcast. I don't know if I saved it or not.
Yeah,
I don't think
we're
I
good.
did. I don't think I did. But all right. Let's go
Yeah,
ahead
who
and
knows?
jump into topic 3 this week. Conan, what do you appreciate?
That's what I appreciate about you.
I appreciate. I had this in my brain because we were talking about it on the road, but I forgot what it was. Finn, what do you appreciate while I think about mine?
Let's see. I appreciate. Oh, I had it. I had it in my mind. I appreciate. Oh well, that's my wins of the week. Okay. I appreciate my sisters for tomorrow helping me with my grandma's yard because it looks really really bad and it's going to be a lot of work to fix it tomorrow and like make it decent.
That's what you want.
Yeah, that's what I appreciate.
I'm going to go ahead and put a C and an F on the script for this so we don't do this again. We've got someone to write our stuff in.
Yeah, it's probably right. It's probably a good idea, Conan Jones.
Proud of me. So while we were in the cabin, I know last week's both of my appreciates were bathroom stuff, but this one is going to be another bathroom one.
Oh boy,
The shower in the cabin was amazing. It had a rain rainfall shower head.
What's that?
So instead of it being on the wall and just kind of angled out, it was on the ceiling and just kind of came straight down. And
That's
it was weird, but it was one of those deals like I've seen them all on Pinterest and stuff that my wife has sent me, but I've never actually seen one in real life. But it had the rainfall shower head as well as the one on the wall that you could go back and forth between or do both at the same time. And the shower was huge, like my full wingspan all the way across, and had a bathtub in the same shower area.
all
Like,
right.
and I really liked that shower, and that's what I appreciate. I might see if I can find a picture of it
All right
to
then.
send you.
I'm glad that's what you appreciate.
Yeah, it was another random. Here, I'll send you this so you can scroll through and look at it.
All right.
Because I didn't take any pictures while we were there.
How come? I thought you were. That's what you're supposed to do on vacation is take pictures and stuff.
Yeah, see, I was just enjoying myself. I didn't really worry about taking pictures.
All right. This is showing me a house.
Yeah, just scroll. You scroll through it. It's kind of right there beneath the pictures, on the left hand side.
I'm clicking through. Wait. I'm clicking through these pictures. I don't see it. I see the. You lost me because it's not showing anything on the left side.
Okay, let's see. I'm in this server talking with you. Share my screen for this one and go. Oh my gosh. Go live. There.
You see what Conan Jones is talking about.
So it's got the shower, the bathtub
Yeah,
in the
that's a,
shower. So all of this is still the shower. So the shower head was like right up here and then along the opposite wall. So all of this in here is the same shower area.
that's weird.
It took some getting used to, but like the
That's some
gap
fancy white people stuff.
it was really nice though. Like this gap right here was probably 5 foot across to get into the
Yeah.
It was weird not having any sort of door there. It's just open. Then like this little glass piece was just connected on the floor and the back side.
That's weird, dude.
But
That's weird. That's I don't know. That's weird. Like that's fancy white people stuff for sure. But man, I just
oh, there's a pause button. That would have been nice, and not having to
oh,
switch back and forth.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's exactly where we were. So
All right.
sorry, random.
That's fine. All right. Topic 4. What you've been playing this week, Conan Jones? I don't think you've been playing much, probably but phone games.
Yeah, even that I was just playing keep my eyes open on the road.
Yeah.
So
Well, I've been playing. I beat Horizon Zero Dawn last week, and then I need something to play until the 10th. So I've been playing Red Dead Redemption 2 again.
all right, throwbacks.
And yeah, it's pretty fun. Like now that I'm playing it and not trying to play it to where like to review it, but to play it just to like have fun. Pretty fun. Pretty good game.
All right.
All right, Conan Jones. What is your win? Or let's go ahead and jump into our wins of the week. Conan Jones, what is your win of the week?
Essentially what we've just been talking about, just actually getting to go on vacation and be out of town for a little while was really nice and really needed. So that's pretty much my win, and I'm glad we got to get out for a little bit, and now we're just like real close to
Low scale vacation. All right. Well, my win this week is I got approved for that house I wanted to get.
Yeah.
Yay!
Nice.
I'm gonna live like 4 blocks away from Conan, which is weird.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm kidding.
Uh, the house looked pretty nice. The living room's really small though, but
Yeah, you get what you get
yeah,
at some point.
yeah, I'm not gonna be uppity about it. But it should. I'm looking forward to it. It should be good. The garage door doesn't open. Like it doesn't open automatically,
Oh.
which is really weird. But
It was just like a one car garage, wasn't it?
yeah, but still,
Yeah.
I wonder how much it costs
Install an
to get.
automatic opener.
Yeah, let's Google this. How much is it to install a garage door opener?
I wouldn't think it would be very much.
It's about $500. The average is $355,
Okay.
and then the parts is another $355. So it's probably about $1,000.
Not worth.
Talk about
What?
100% worth,
Really?
dude. Garage door opener. Come on, man.
I've never had a garage, so
Oh,
I don't guess I get it.
all right, that's fair.
That's kind of weird to think. Like, we had a garage on our house growing up, but it was not for cars. It was just for crap.
That's what mine is for. that's what,
So
that's what we're cleaning up now.
what would you need an automatic door for your crap
So I
room?
can park my car in there.
But if it's full of crap,
No, I'm not gonna do that again.
gotcha. Okay. Now we're on the same page. Because I was just like, dude, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Oh, either.
Oh, goodness gracious almighty. I'm excited for Uncle Julio's tonight. They've got some bomb fajitas. That's what I appreciate. Some
That's what you appreciate.
good ass fajitas.
All right.
Did I tell you about their margarita they have with the jalapeno tequila?
No, you did not.
They have a margarita with jalapeno tequila, and it's spicy, but oh, it's good.
All right then. Well, all right. Well, you good, Conan?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Thank you guys very much for listening. You can follow us on Twitter, SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes, and Spotify at Low Scale Gaming. If you have a question or a subject you want us to talk about in our next podcast, go ahead and leave us a tweet or email us at lowscalegaming@gmail.com. But thank you guys again. And remember, have a great day and a better tomorrow.